I want to remind you and motivate you and inspire you to keep it simple. When you are entertaining suffering in that moment and forgetting who you are innately in essence, you have cut yourself off from that energy, from spirit, from God. Suffering every day is a conscious decision to say that I choose not to feel good because I don't love myself enough to feel good. Remember that. It's just all you. Regardless of what's going on, it's just you experiencing you. It's you looking at you. It's you being you. Welcome back to another episode of Here We Grow, where we are growing for real and not for show. I'm your girl Kiki, you already know, and this is my beautiful co-host, my mommy. Please say hello. Okay, thank you. How are you guys doing today? It's a new week. So, new week, new day, new moment, new shifts. You know what I'm saying? All that new energy. We need that. So, first thing I'm going to say is let's start off there. Okay? It's a new day. So, let's try to be in a more positive, a more uplifting attitude. Okay? But I also have some exciting news. So, Here We Grow will be attending the field day in Michigan, Mississippi, Michigan City, Mississippi. This weekend, we were invited by the host, Kia Woods. Thank you so much, Kia, for just paying attention to Here We Grow and seeing the vibes, seeing the message that I'm spreading, and just giving me the honor to show up in that space to not only spread the word of Here We Grow, but to also, be around a community of people who are also creating their brands and are bringing their greatness to the forefront. So thank you so much. I'm super excited to be in that space. This will be my first time going to an actual event and being a podcaster slash interviewer. So I'm just very grateful to have this experience. So we will be in Michigan, Mississippi, y'all, this weekend. So that next episode, I feel like it's going to be fun. It's just going to be what it needs to be. Okay. So yes. And let's get into it today. So, we are in another motivational Monday, inspirational Monday, another episode. And um, what I love about these motivational Mondays is that you don't need a lot to give everything, the simple but effective, right? And this is what I want this series to be about, being simple with the message but very effective. So let's get into it. I told you guys I've been reading The Untethered Soul, and I'm just loving everything about these books. You need to get it, okay? You need to get it. Like, run. But I'm in the chapter called Pain, the Price of Freedom. And during this chapter, as you can tell by the title, he talks about he normalizes pain, right? Everyone experiences pain. We all go through some type of grief, some type of loss, some type of uncomfortability, right? And so these things are bound to happen. But when they do, how do you remain rooted and seated and grounded in your heavenly throne, right? And so that's what this chapter is mainly about. And so he was explaining at this point, when you feel pain, simply view it as energy, right? And so he's like, if you are experiencing something, you feel that pain, you feel the heat in your heart, wherever you feel that discomfort. And he says, as you relax, right, feel the resistance. The heart will want to pull away, to close, to protect, and to defend itself, right? But just keep relaxing. Relax your shoulders and relax your heart. Let go and give room for the pain to pass through you. It's just energy. Just see it as energy and let it go. And so our underline is just energy, right? And I wrote beside it the powerful distortion of overcomplicating things, right? When we view everything as energy, we realize that nothing is actually happening. Okay, that's the first thing. We know that we're just simply passing through some energy. That's it. And as we're passing through, we can release and let go. What happens is when we become so identified with the ego, we tend to want to hold on to things because, for one, they make meaning for us. They make us feel real. But also, for two, it's a justification, right? It's an understanding of why I'm the person I am, why I don't do these things anymore, why I behave the way I do, why do I carry myself the way that I do. It's an explanation, right? It's a symbol, a representation, a marker, right, of who you are, right? It justifies that you are here and that you are making real decisions, quote unquote, right? But what is actually happening is nothing. Nothing is happening. We don't need the overcomplication. Actually, the simple but effective is probably the best way to go about everything, right? I remember it's this quote that was, I don't even know who said it, but I'm hoping that I will find it and I could put it at the end of this episode. But it was saying how, like, the truth is very simple, and like you don't have to, when something is being told to you that is the truth, it doesn't take a lot of explanation. It's very simple. It doesn't need a lot of words. It's not complicated at all. Anybody can understand you. It's when we start adding all the extra things that causes the confusion, and it gives room for many perceptions and many opinions and many ideas of what is going on. And so I want to remind you and motivate you and inspire you to keep it simple, right? I was watching an episode of a podcast from this podcaster named Erin Lyons, and she's super awesome. She's a channeler of many different consciousness, many different streams of energy, and she was talking about how, like, her last week she was very irritated, right? And I would just resonated with that because I've just been irritated. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, yes. And so she was saying that she allowed herself to feel that irritation. Like, she didn't force herself to get out of it. She just was like, okay, whatever this is coming from, I'm gonna just let myself be irritated because obviously I need to do that. And that's something that I'm learning how to do as an individual as well. Letting myself fully feel and be present with what I'm feeling, because I've noticed that I've done this for all my life. I'm like, I build things up, right? It's like when you keep on shaking the Coke and then it just bursts. That's kind of the operating system that I've been on for a long time. And not necessarily, I want to say I'm always explosive, but sometimes I just need to cry, and like my sister always says now that I'm super I'm more like emotional these days, but I feel like I'm just allowing myself to have those thoughts and not feel like just because I'm crying and I'm upset that something wrong is happening or that I'm not healing. And but I am, because I'm letting things go. I'm feeling it and I'm letting it go. I'm allowing myself to release it. So she was saying, like, everything in her life was a reflection of that decision to stay irritated, right? But then one day she woke up and she's like, you know what? I've been irritated for a whole week. I'm done with that energy. And just that simple decision of saying, I'm done with that energy. I want to be better. I want to feel better. Everything changed, right? She was like, she went to the airport. Everything was smooth. The people were kind to her. People were complimenting her. It was an optimal day. Like, everything that could have went well went magnificently well, right? Only because that change and that shift in that energy of saying, I know what I want. I let myself feel this. Now I would rather release it and let it go. That's what this chapter talks about, right? Pain being the path to freedom. And I know this is not the name of it, but the price of freedom, right? That it takes going through those challenges and those adversities to realize that really nothing is happening at all, right? You have to, when you realize that everything is just energy, knowing that you are energy yourself, remembering who you are and remembering that you're not actually the challenges and the pain that you're experiencing. You're the observer of those experiences. You're the grounded, seated consciousness, the watcher of what's going on. So therefore, the things that are happening in your life is not a reflection of you. You're separate from it, but you get to experience it at the same time, right? You're able to go through life and not be so dense You know, you're able to go through life and see yourself as life force energy. You don't need the validation, the justification, the over explaining and the over explanation of who you are, because you are. I am. You know, you get to remove the labels, the external attachments to the outside world that suffers, that idolizes suffering, right? Even normal conversation, we are programmed to talk as if pain and suffering, or suffering specifically, is normal. It is not. It's okay to have pain and to experience pain, but it's not okay to suffer. Suffering every day is a conscious decision to say that I choose not to feel good because I don't love myself enough to feel good. You know what I'm saying? It should not work like that. Nothing in your life should make you feel like you're less than. And so, speaking to this, right, when you are entertaining suffering in that moment and forgetting who you are innately in essence, you have cut yourself off from that energy, from spirit, from God. You have stripped yourself of the ability to be who you are, to be the essence. You can't be touched by things of this world when you know that those things are only, they're a manifestation of you, because you are the creator. You are everything. So you can't be bothered by things that are technically beneath you, right? So when you go about your day, things happen, let it happen. Feel it. Whatever you feel, and say, you know what, I let it go. Breathe. Do some breathing exercises. Do some square breathing with box breathing. You know, just do something to remind yourself that I am here and that is not me. Okay? Let it go. Be simple but effective. Stop being a drama queen. My sister always tells me all the time, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. It's never that serious. It's never worth it. When you are on the line, when your sanity, your peace, your happiness, your joy is on the line, let it go. Let it go. Don't even worry about it. Okay? It's no point in beating yourself up about something that isn't you to begin with. Just let it go. So this week, you know, I always have to leave you guys with a challenge because I challenge myself every day. So it's only right that I challenge you as well. Keep it simple. Something happens, let yourself feel whatever you want to feel. Let it go. Once you realize that you are not a product of your environment, that you can make a decision to be above, to be beyond, you cannot be untouched. You cannot be touched. You will be unbothered. You will be unconditional. You will be uninfluenced. That's what Here We Grow is about, right? It's about growing out of the world, right? Growing out of the mindset that adversity, that we should avoid adversity to soothe our egos. It's about going beyond the mind, going beyond the ego, to not be bothered, to not be touched by anything, because we aren't even operating at the same level as someone who could be touched by those things. Because we are God. We are life force energy. We are consciousness. You can't feel pain, you can't feel suffering, or you can't take on higher dimensions, right? You can't experience these type of things, right? Lower dimensions, because if you have never left your home, your highest form. That's what I'm trying to get to. I hope I'm making that make sense. What I'm saying is that when you know that where you come from innately, energetically, vibrationally, from love, from peace, from freedom, from compassion, you don't allow yourself to even entertain lower aspects, because you know as soon as you entertain it, you've already separated yourself, you've already disconnected. We're trying to be reconnected, right? We're trying to remain. So keep it simple. Make the decision to feel good. If something happens, you're still gonna feel good. It might change course, but you're still gonna feel good, and you're still gonna be okay, and you're still gonna be whatever person that you want to be, and you're still gonna be fine. That's all that matters. That's all that we're all looking for. So keep it simple. Don't be a drama queen. This is gonna be a challenge for me because I'm definitely a drama queen. I'm very like relaxed, but I can definitely be a drama queen. So learning how to not take stuff personally, right? Our egos want to do that. Our minds do that to protect us because it doesn't make sense, right? The things that we're practicing, the things that we talk about in these episodes are beyond the mind, right? At least that's the point of them. But you can only hear and see me how far you've only seen and heard yourself. So you either got it or you don't. So this is about going beyond the mind, not making the mind an enemy, watching it, loving it, not entertaining it when things happen, knowing that they can't touch me. I'm not sensitive in that way. So stay simple. Don't complicate it. It's not needed. Take yourself from reality and ascend into actuality. Because in actuality, there's no reality. Okay? We're okay and we're good. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here, for the people who have just been so supportive and watching and just sharing my space. I really appreciate you. This has been such a beautiful journey, and I'm still figuring a lot of things out. But you know what? It's cool because it's never that deep. I could just do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I could just do whatever I want to do. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just finding what works for me. And I'm just going with the flow. I'm accepting what comes. And I'm being open and receptive to all the changes, to all of the experiences, because all of them matter and they're all beautiful and they're all joyful because they're just all me. Remember that. It's just all you. Regardless of what's going on, it's just you experiencing you. It's you looking at you. It's you being you. So when you attune to a higher perspective, or when you know what, let's get rid of the higher perspective. When you return back home to your heavenly throne, you need not even you won't even play with that type of stuff, because it's no point. There's no point in entertaining things that will remove you from your seat. Okay? So yes, we'll be in Michigan City, Mississippi next week, y'all. So I'm really excited for that episode. Thank you so much for sharing space here again with me and my mommy at Here We Grow, where we are growing and evolving one day at a time, one step at a time, and one moment at a time. See you next week. Bye.